Well, welcome back, and thank you guys for sticking with us. We apologize. There is a bit of a delay right now. As we mentioned in chat, we're getting some of the servers finalized and set up and whatnot. We're looking at the teams. We've got a great view of it, and we've been speaking to some of them. We know that they're getting kind of their last scrims finished up and whatnot. Getting a little bit of an advanced look at how the teams are doing and how they're performing. But what really matters isn't the scrims. It's the matches, the group stages. We were talking about the field of teams earlier and how it all sort of feels, and we spoke about this earlier on the week as well, and in the past couple weeks, for example, on Fully Charged here on Team Fortress TV, about how the field feels really even and how it feels very close. Still feeling that way, that it's kind of up for grabs?
Yeah, I feel like it's literally going to come down who plays better on the day. That matters. It could quite easily, like obviously the European teams probably have an advantage, but I don't think it's that great. It really will come down to who plays, which of these sort of LAN scrubs on their first LAN perform up to the standard that they should do. And I think it could go either way. I really don't know.
Unknown quantity. I kind of feel that it's going to be just based on, as CommanderX said, you know, who's actually going to sort of step up and perform. There is sort of like a sort of things. LAN's really hard to predict. So at i58, the sort of like, I guess, surprise was Epsilon because they're absolutely trash. And the American teams were like
for that team anyway.
Me, but who saved the team?
Nobody.
Me.
Wow.
So yeah, because the EU teams were like pretty garbage then. Them sort of actually performing above expectations was really good. I mean, the Americans had two teams then, and there were two very strong teams. So because of that, it was sort of quite a surprise. At i55, it was the same thing. Game with TLR and the group stages, which also featured me. And then we lost the second day. But
it was also a recurring pattern here.
Yeah, there is. There was also Reason as well, because Reason were obviously going to be one of the favoured teams. I mean, they had like an all-star lineup. They ended up choking quite a bit. They didn't sort of finish as high as they'd expect, and it was Nerd Rage that was actually the ones that would sort of surprise everybody. The EU teams were actually getting into the grand final from the upper bracket. So I think, that's why I don't want to predict a winner just yet. I want to see how everybody plays in the group stage. Then you can see, you know, people, how they're performing, how they react to it, and then you can make a decision based on that.
Well, we're waiting for it as well. If you guys aren't up on the details of how the group stages work, each of the invite division teams will get to play 5 matches, playing best of 1 format on this first day, and that helps determine the seedings. I know that there are plenty of people in the Twitch chat who are, you know, posting links and whatnot and staying up on the coverage. We have some people here who are really up on that. I know i58.tf, that's not an official website, but that's a sort of unofficial site that I believe will be updating the results and brackets and whatnot, comp.tf as well. So that's a good way for you guys to keep up on that. But right now, we are still just waiting for a status update on the servers. So we are going to kick it back to a bit of a break. Hopefully, it will not be too long, and we'll be able to come on back again. The first match is going to be Full Tilt and Froyo. So, you know, we're starting off with kind of a big matchup. I don't know if there are any matchups, though, that would be small, really, or less interesting.
Not really. They're all going to be close. They're all going to be entertaining, and anyone can beat anyone, which is the best thing about
Wars
this LAN.
disagreeing.
Apart from comfortably Spanks, they can't beat anyone.
Oh, wow. You want to tell that them tell it to their face?
You can't beat anyone. I think that's
they're
where
just off stage.
I think that's where they're sitting, somewhere over there.
Yeah,
I can't see a
right
big light in front of me, but I'm pretty
down there.
Pretty sure there.
Well, we are. It sounds like we're going to kick it to a break. No. All right, we're not going to kick it to a break. We're going to stick right here.
Damn it.
WARHURYEAH has upset. Now, WARHURYEAH, you go on some of these passionate rants we've heard in recent weeks. So you have some passionate rants worked up for us this week. What's your passion level at?
I basically have a storage of passion.
Okay.
I was saving it all for my wedding when that happens.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I wasted it all ranting about TF2.
Oh, that's too bad. Priorities.
So I'm going to be depleted for the next few years, unfortunately. Yeah. That's it.
Now, why did we bring you here without passion then? What can we... We're going to be joined by Admirable later on.
He's got some passion, I guess.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
He had a Well, I shouldn't say anything like that. Well, he was having fun. He's having fun so far this weekend.
He's had a lot of fun. So much fun. The poor guy took it out. Had too much fizzy drinks last night.
Yeah.
He went to bed about way past his bedtime. I think it was like 10 o'clock.
Yep.
And he's gone to the swings and slides to have a little bit of a playtime.
Yeah. A warm-up.
Yeah, a warm-up, so to speak, getting his blood flowing.
I mean, we can make people maybe feel jealous about how cool this venue is. This is the first time that we've been here for a big TF2I series at the NEC in Birmingham. It's impressive. It's big. It's bigger than what?
My house.
Bigger than War's house. I'll tell you that.
At least.
But it's a beautiful venue, and I mean, I think that if we, I'm not an Insomnia organizer, multiplayer, or anything like that, but I don't know. I think they've got something going here at this NEC.
Pretty good.
It's I think one of the problems is I try to discreetly clip my microphone to my shirt.
Okay.
Is
that a venue issue?
It's this is the venue issue.
Will never happen in Coventry.
They didn't give us
Rico
clips.
Centre, they would have had too many clips.
Yeah. Okay.
Of air shots and stuff. But yeah, it's, I hope finally we sort of settled down in an area, because it was the Rico Centre, then the International Centre in Telford, and then before that it was Newbury.
Yep.
Coventry again before that.
Oh, nightmare, innit? Nobody wants to go to Coventry.
Never again.
Yeah, so
Hopefully no one's watching from Coventry right now.
yeah, they
Turn off
don't
if you
trust
are,
me.
please.
If you've ever been there, I won't say that.
Yeah. And you've got your salt ready as well, maybe for if there's one team that might choke, perhaps, or what's the salt going to be used for? Do you have any?
The salt is actually supplied by myself, so every time sort of like I get a bit on edge, I do sort of unfortunately perspirate salt.
Okay.
It is something that people are trying to sort of look into, trying to find the source, but I just collect it, recycle it, use it for dishes.
Okay.
Use
it for dishes.
Yeah, I mean,
What do you mean by
like
that?
foods,
Okay.
Like,
Oh,
seasoning,
okay, I see, yeah.
basically.
I've been adjusting to some of the local slang here. Dishes means foods.
Well, it could be dishes of in plates, or dishes, dishes of food.
Okay.
It's multiple meanings.
That's fine. He plays games. He's not a broadcaster.
I've got a PhD in English anyway, so I know what.
And we got the salt emotes coming out in Twitch chat.
That's
like you said, guys, we're glad that you're all joining us in Twitch chat and for being patient here with us as we wait on the servers. If you guys have your predictions at home in Twitch chat, let us know. If you guys have a final that you guys will think will be coming up or we'll be looking at, if you got a favorite player, a favorite Twitch emote, maybe, favorite WARHURYEAH moment, a favorite CommanderX moment.
There is none.
There are none.
I've lived
Tell us
my
your
entire
favorite
life.
plays.
Didn't like any of it.
I remember a lot of plays. WARHURYEAH on Granary, favorite map, right? You were telling me earlier?
No, I did not tell you that earlier. It's my worst map, actually. Please get your facts correct.
Yeah.
I wrote it on this card for you.
Yep.
It says there.
Okay.
It's blank.
No, absolutely. If
It's Gully Wash.
Gully Wash is his favorite map. There you go. If you guys have predictions and whatnot, let us know. And let us know all weekend long, of course, as we get through today. We're going to sort of get to know who some of these upset teams might be. We're going to get to know maybe who maybe the teams are that are maybe not doing as well as would be expected. I don't know if we want to dig into that right now. I mean,
Maybe we should talk about the GAM that's going to start soon. And the big grudge between Banny and Thalash.
Thalash, wow. I've heard a lot about that recently.
That's going to be a salty game.
Yeah.
It's going to be intense.
Some of the players, they take it seriously, don't they? I mean, as much as there are people here and they're having fun and they, some of them are wearing all their kind of gaming gear and spy outfits and costumes and stuff. You take it seriously, don't you? Even if you're not necessarily in the invite division, isn't it kind of like talk to me, CX. How serious is it when you're here?
Well, you never want to play badly, do you know what I mean? Just for your own ego, essentially.
Yep.
Whether you're in the invite group or not. And especially for the teams in the invite group, because it's so close, everyone feels like they've got a chance. It's not like teams are sitting there going, well, we'll get us so far, but then there's no way we can get past these teams. Like, everyone's going to fancy their chances.
Mm-hmm. Do we think that there are any upset teams? One thing I was thinking is that, we don't only have these 6 invited teams here. There are a bunch of other teams that are playing made up of a lot of names, a lot of veteran names that have maybe played in Prem in the past or who, maybe former or older players or whatnot. And it's not unheard of for some of these teams that are not in the invite group to beat invite group teams. We were talking about AO Girl earlier as an example of that, as recently as i58. So I mean, it's possible we may see that as we get into deeper into the weekend. I think a lot of those teams, you can see some of the rosters on comp.tf as well. But yeah, that's something to look for as well. It's not unheard of for one of those lesser-known teams to do something, because if they're made up of people that take it seriously, stuff happens.
There's a lot of proper players.
I've been in those teams where you sort of think that you can do something, and then your hopes are quickly torn apart by the evil Prem players as they tear you a new one.
Mm-hmm.
Or in my experience at i49, it was unfortunately Saints.
Wait, I think I lost to Saints at i49 as well.
Yeah, well, the fun fact, at that event, we only won one game, and that was against the Enigma Zone crew. Lost every single one. Yeah, that sucked. I was really depressed.
Maybe the salt you can use right now. I mean, we just got right into it.
Then I was not. I had a little bit of passion back then. I was a young lad that had a full head of hair.
Yeah.
And then I started playing in Prem, and then it just sort of, as the years went by, so did the locks, and so did my the salt poured, so to speak.
I'm with you there. I can already see the forehead emotes coming in, Chad. I can envision it.
That's upsetting.
We are still waiting on a status from production, but in the meantime, we're just having fun. First year, we're doing the analyst desk. Hopefully a fixture we'll be keeping. Haven't had the Potato King here yet of Ireland. I mean, he's just probably going to dominate the desk, is my feeling.
He's bigger than all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if there's going to be any fist fight, we already talked about the Thalash Banny fist fight that's confirmed to be happening later on. I don't know, maybe Admirable, maybe sort of fighting for pride will sort of want to show that he's the top analyst.
Yeah, imagine he's going to come charging in
Are you
here
guys
any
ready
second.
for that? Like
Yeah,
a 2-on-1?
I think that's a bit unfair, to be honest, because I don't really sort of equal a full person.
Okay.
Maybe about
And what do you mean by that?
stature-wise.
Okay.
I'm probably like, half of a person.
Okay.
How much do you weigh? 2 stone? 3 stone?
If that. When I tried to go on the scales, it just kept on. I stood on them, and it asked me to stand on the scales. I was like, I'm already standing on them. Wouldn't detect my weight.
Wow.
I'm like a grab bag size of crisps.
Mm-hmm.
It's like quite meaty, but nothing really there ultimately, apart from hot air.
Okay. I see the foreheads right now. We have Twitch chat open, of course.
That's immature.
Twitch chat may be the biggest part of the event. It's cool. I mean, it's before these Insomnia lands, we were doing these since before Twitch was even a thing. But it's nice having that interaction, isn't it? Even if it is emotes.
I literally sit there. I'll say a joke.
Yeah.
I'll look at it and be like,
Just wait for the reaction live on twitch.tv.
they loved it.
Yeah.
They loved it, guys.
We want to shout out Twitch TV. I mean, just for being there, letting us do all this.
Write that
It's a
down.
Twitch stage, and you writing that down?
Yeah, good joke, Chris.
Good joke. We'll be tracking those good jokes all throughout the weekend, and we hope that you guys will help us build copy pastas tracking the WARHURYEAH jokes.
I'm gonna put that in my pocket.
We can talk a bit about our production team. We haven't had a chance to meet any of our casters yet. Sideshow and Bran are very patiently waiting to cast the first match, which is Full Tilt versus Froyo Tech. As soon as we're able to do that, we have a bunch of other casters here as well. Some of the best. Dreamboat comes to mind. We have Turbo Tabs. Help me out. Names.
Samsky, Max.
Yeah. We have people behind the scenes like on Kaya, David the Win.
Dashner.
Not Dashner.
Too soon.
Sorry.
Too soon on that. Unfortunately, he had issues getting here.
Yeah.
Kermit,
But
Mana.
yeah, Kermit doing audio as well. Good time. We've got this spare time. Give some love. I want to see hearts in the chat. The production team, they don't always necessarily get to get credit for it. Because they're sitting behind a mixer and they're sitting behind 1,000 things. I don't know too much about it. I just sit here with a headset on and just talk when they tell me to talk. But those are the ones doing the real work, and of course our casters as well. They don't get to take center stage as much as.
That's because they're ugly and they smell.
That's not true.
We did have to ask for a
Can't
separate
smell them
desk.
from here anyways, and that's just sort of a great function of the distance we have. And they hear us right now. We have Bones as well. We have Blackout John joining us. We have Jay Kim, a.k.a. Mana, joining us as well. It's a dream team. Uber Chain doing a lot of media stuff. The hearts keep on coming. You shouldn't stop the hearts. Unless your fingers get sore,
There is
then you can.
a lot of people that are very smart. I think yesterday when I got here early, I was sort of milling around trying to see if I could sort of help anyone.
Yep.
And I'd
You
sort
couldn't.
of I just couldn't understand it.
Yeah.
So I just stood there with my hands on my hips, and I just sort of went.
Not good on computers.
I just nodded when someone said something,
Yeah.
and they'd say it was. Everybody else would say it wrong, and I would just go, "Oh no."
Okay. Well,
They wanted me to lift something as well.
Yeah. Well, throughout the weekend,
Nightmare.
we may ask you to recognize that production team because you get to see our ugly faces all weekend long, but you don't necessarily get to. Hey, listen.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah.
My mummy said I was very pretty.
We don't necessarily get the love
That's
for
not
the
true.
production team, and they're the only reason that we're bringing this here, and they're doing a fantastic job so far. Still waiting on servers if you're just tuning in. And
If anyone has a server at home, I
yeah,
can get
hit
it
us up.
here.
Yeah, come on down to the NEC. It's easy to find.
We're in Hall 20.
Help us out. We're in Hall 20. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a fantastic time so far, but we're just kind of waiting,
Yeah.
lads.
Goodness, good vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm feeling a bit excited.
We can talk about our sponsors a little bit.
WARHURYEAH.gg.
That's not a sponsor.
Don't forget to
Not one.
support the Team Fortress TV guys by subscribing at twitch.tv/WARHURYEAH/subscribe.
That's also not.
It'd really help.
That's not one.
The stream out.
That's not one. What'd you say? Stream out? Stream out.
Yeah, the stream out. You know.
We have some of the sponsors behind us here on the screen. We got OCZ. We've got marketplace.tf, of course.
Scrap.tf.
Yeah, scrap.tf.
Essentials.tf.
WARHURYEAH.tf, yeah.
I used
Salt.
to have WARHURYEAH.tf.
Yeah.
That got parked.
Parked.
Yeah, someone bought it when the
Oh.
domain expired because I couldn't afford it.
Guys, you know, the event, the TF2 hasn't even started, but already we've reached our peak.
I haven't, mate.
Yes.
I tell you what, some people think that these cards are blank, and they are.
They're not. There's nothing on them.
You don't know what's in my head, mate.
They gave us index cards, and they didn't give us anything to write with.
Trust
It was
me,
a big
if
problem.
we had tactics.tf up, I'd be drawing all sorts of phallic-shaped objects, and I'd be schooling you all how to play video games correctly.
Yeah. Tell you what, I
Overwatch.
mean, can we go to a break? Are we allowed? Look at Slack, we're being told.
This is unprofessional.
We're lining up an interview, guys, so that we don't have to listen to WARHURYEAH selling products for himself and making his own income. I think it's disgusting.
You say that, but all I'm going to say is
he has
that
a Patreon as well.
I do have some items on marketplace.tf. If you do buy them, that would really benefit me.
Yeah. What kind of items are they? Just household stuff? Plates, dishes,
Personal
paper
belongings,
plate. Yeah.
various insomnia second place finishing checks.
Yeah, signed wristbands.
No.
You have to provide the gift wrap, of course.
Yeah, you have to
Your own
provide the
wrap.
wrap and the postage and packaging.
Yep.
And all that good stuff.
And you have to sign it yourself.
And taxes.
So we're lining up an interview. We are going to have an interview with Grant, Banny, Vincent.
I have heard of him.
Yeah.
I have heard of him.
One thing we could talk about, and I think sort of the biggest topic with him, is that coming over, you know, these teams come here from North America, and there are a lot of issues. There's the jet lag issue, but that's to be expected. You get a day to sort of get over that. You haven't really had a chance to play the Euro teams on land ping. You have to sort of get into that and get scrims in. But Banny's luggage got mulched. Eaten. It was on Twitter, and I'm sure a lot of people have seen it already. Was very unfortunate. Honestly, one of the craziest luggage situations that I've seen or heard of in my life, if I'm being really honest.
I heard that it was an infiltrator into his luggage.
No.
I heard it was.
It wasn't.
Someone from sort of a Scandinavian origin.
No.
Possibly Danish.
But he has had to go and get all new peripherals. You guys can probably attest to this. I have never played a video game in my life, but his keyboard was completely destroyed. So he's had to get a new keyboard, a new mouse, I'm pretty sure, a new mouse pad as well, and a headset as well. But, I mean, do you think that's going to affect him at all? As well as just, like, the mental thing of he has all of his belongings were just put through, like, the ringer, so to speak.
I think
Would it affect you as much? Would you be livid?
it depends how much of the stuff. If he can buy like for like, it's probably not too bad. But obviously, it's going to throw you off. Like we talked earlier about how many things are hard to adjust to at a LAN. That's just now a new step, but if anything, the best person for it to happen to on Froyo probably was Banny, because he's got that most experience. He's played at so many different lands at such a high level, and he'll cope with it much better than the newer people on his team.
Would you freak out, War, if your mouse pad got taken away because the wear pattern is different?
I was going to give some sort of sellout spiel about how I review these kind of things, and it wouldn't affect me because I'm a superior gamer, but because I am washed up and I don't have the same level of skill, it doesn't bother me. But I'm pretty sure that if I was actually good at the game, I'd be pretty pissed, because there's the mouse to get used to. The mouse mat has its own little, get some substances in it, various fluids that will sort of create smoother spots that you get used to. But yeah, I would be pretty miffed. But
yeah,
he's
handling it well.
He's an experienced gamer.
I was shocked. I was shocked by how composed he was, considering the situation.
I was very, as you said, I was like really surprised by what had happened.
Yeah,
because it did look like something ate them.
Yeah,
and
it was a plastic bag. If you haven't seen, I'm sure maybe somebody's posted the link, maybe not, but it's just a plastic bag. He was carrying a plastic bag, and I ran into him. I said, "What's that?" And he said, "It's my luggage, man."
It does look like someone's just taken his keyboard and just smashed it over their knee and just like threw it back.
Yeah,
and it's just
we're
like,
not talking some dudes threw the
done.
suitcase around. We're talking Transformers were involved and eating.
They're munching on it.
They're real. Transformers are real. Well, we're getting ready to
another breakthrough on the Sano's desk, giving you the toppest stories.
Yep.
It's current year.
It's 2016.
Transformers are real.
They're real. But yeah, I mean something to keep track of certainly, but we don't think it's going to affect it too much. We'll keep an eye on it. And also, Banny said to me he's not affected by jet lag, which to me sounded like a physical lie. Science would imply.
Maybe he meant, more, rather than literally, he's not affected by jet lag, like he's some kind of medical phenomenon.
Okay.
But more, maybe he's just like, nah, my head's in the right place.
Patient zero of no jet lag.
He exists in his own time zone.
Maybe. He's in a time bubble, perhaps.
I reckon he's sort of done that training like Vegeta does in Dragon Ball Z. He's in like some sort of capsule.
Yeah.
Where he just adjusts his time zone and his body to our time before he gets here.
Well, we'll find out more about time bubbles later on. Right now, thankfully, we have our very own Eckstein who's standing by with the Banny. Well, maybe we'll get some more of the inside scoop on this. Let's kick it over to Eckstein.